Hi, this is Ralph from Rapid Holding Systems, bringing you another video on just some tooling we sell, some things to help you in the shop. This is a customized piece, but for all our CNC EDM videos, we do a lot of tutorials or things like that. So if you're in the CNC or EDM or manufacturing world, you might like our channel to subscribe, check out our videos. We'd love to make these videos for you. So I want to show you this 90-degree holder that we made. So a customer had an issue where he's 3D printing. It was an aerospace facility. They're 3D printing parts, and then they needed to set them up on 90 degrees on their Wire EDM. So their build plate, they wanted a good way to mount that on a right angle on their Wire EDM. So we had a discussion on the phone, and we came up with a customized solution for them. But this solution can work for many different applications. I'll just tell you a little bit about their story. So we ended up with their build plate on their 3D metal printer, we ended up putting a pallet on the back. So we have the compatible 3R pallet system. So they like that idea. So we put the pallet system on the bottom of their build plate. So now they're 3D printing their part, and they can take their build plate and they wanted to set it up on a right angle on their Wire EDM. So after they're done 3D printing the part, they take the build plate with the pallet mounted on it, and they can go directly onto this system here. So this system, we put a couple screw holes in it. So for their 8mm rail system on their Wire EDM, they can bolt this right to the Wire EDM rail system. The whole chuck, obviously, for those of you who know about Wire EDM, it cuts the EDM process with deionized water. So anything you make tooling wise for Wire EDMs has to be stainless steel so it doesn't rust. So this entire piece is actually stainless steel. So they wanted to take the piece, their build plate, mount it on 90 degree on their Wire EDM, but the other tricky part was they wanted to be able to rotate it on angle. So we come up with this system, which is a system that we had for EROWA and for some other applications as well. But this one, we customized it for them. So basically from the base to the center of the chuck is 150 millimeters, so about 6 inches for those of you on the Imperial system. So what this allowed them to do is in the back here, you'll see all the 0 to 360 degree graduations, and there's a little pointer there, and that basically tells you what degree it is. So by mounting their pieces here, they can actually rotate them on the Wire EDM to give them different angles without rotating the wire. So I'll show you. So basically the way you would use this is you would take your mastering device, you would put it on your chuck. This particular, so the rotation is manual, the actual chuck itself is pneumatic. So you would take your master, put it on the pneumatic device. That releases the air because I purged it with air originally to open the spigot system. So now the chuck doesn't come out. So now your master's on there. You would indicate this on your Wire EDM, and then you can lock it in. Now you're at 0. You take this off, and then they would put in their application, their Aerospace 3D printing application, they would put their build plate on here. Now you're cutting away on your Wire EDM with your part on a 90-degree setup without having to figure out how to get your part off of the build plate onto another fixturing system and then start Wire EDM cutting it. It's a common question, actually. We've had it a number of times. So for those of you in the 3D printing world, this might be a really good application. It might solve your problem as well. So they would put their build plate on here, they would Wire EDM. But what they also had is they had a lot of different customized aerospace parts. They actually wanted to be able to rotate and cut again. So if you release the handle, now I can rotate this because the handle actually would lock it in. So when I release the handle, I can rotate this, and by the degree graduations in the back, you can rotate it to whatever angle you want, 10 degrees, 5 degrees, or you can go 90, 110, whatever degree system you want. You can rotate your part, then lock your handle in. And if you wanted to double check your rotations, depending on the accuracy you need, you can put the master back on, indicate the actual angle to make sure, and then take the master off, put your actual part back on. Now your part is, you could cut it from the 0, or you can rotate it and now keep wire cutting your part. So you can actually get into some pretty cool wire cutting or complex shapes on your Wire EDM with this device. And like I say, it is stainless steel, so we made it particularly for that customer, but just a great precision stainless steel tool for different applications. Theirs was Wire EDM, but actually with this 90-degree, you can also use it for different Wire EDM applications, because I know some people, aren't quite sure on how to program the U and V of the wire to do different angles. So this way, it's just an easy, quick way to mount your part, rotate at an angle, and keep cutting. Also, if for CNC of electrodes or other applications or milling applications, you can put your part on here, rotate it to whatever angle, tighten this down, and machine it at different angles. So for a 90-degree tool that is easy to set at different angles for your parts, this is a great tool for you for Wire EDM or machining or different applications. So just another way, Rapid Holding Systems, we develop systems and precise parts for our customers for very customized applications. This was just one of them, but love to serve you guys. If you guys like the video, thumbs up. Have any questions about your 3D printing applications or how you can hold parts on 90-degree or different angles, give us a thumbs up. Put the questions down below. Love to answer your questions. Thank you.